Today we are going to take a new lesson. It's about clock. There are different kinds of clock, but both of them can tell us what time is. We have two forms to tell what time. Digital clock and analog clock. So the clock has two forms, digital form and analog form. So let's know what digital clock is. Digital clock composed of two parts. The first part is the hour part, while the second part is the minutes part, and it has colon in between. Again, digital clock. The digital clock has two parts. The first part is the hour part, while the second part is the minutes part, and it has a colon in between. The analog clock. What is the analog clock? It is like the clock we have, it's like the clock we all have. It has 12 numbers. It consists of 12 numbers, numbered from 1 to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, till we reach 12. The analog clock has two arms, or two hands. One short hand and one long hand. The short hand is the hour's hand, while the long hand is the minute's hand. Again, we have two forms of clock, digital clock and analog clock. Digital means numbers. Digital means numbers. So we have two parts. Digital clock has two parts. The first part stands for hours part, while the second part stands for minutes part, and it has colon in between. While the analog clock, it consists of 12 numbers and have two hands, one short and one long. The short hand stands for hours, while the long hand for minutes. How many numbers are in analog clock? As we had said now, that analog clock composed of 12 numbers has 12 numbers numbered from 1 to 12. How many hours in a day? How many hours are in a day? The day has 24 hours. As we had learned before, that one day is broken up into two parts, AM and PM, as we solved it before. And we took the activities that we can do in AM and the activities we can do at PM, and we had solved exercises about them before. Now, we will start by the analog clock, how to read the clock in analog form. First, we had said that analog clock has 12 numbers and two hands, one short and one long. You may now asking what this hand do. This hand is for seconds hand. We really don't care about it. We only caring about these two hands, this short one and this long one. This thin hand is very thin. We don't care about it. You had studied before, if the short hand points to 4 and the long hand points to 12, it means o'clock. The short hand reads the exact number. It reads the exact number. The short hand points to 4, so it will be 4. While the long hand points to 12, it means o'clock. So the time will be 4 o'clock. The analog clock has 4 special numbers. Analog clock has 4 special numbers. These special numbers are 12, 6, 3, and 9. Again, analog clock has 4 special numbers, which are 12, 6, 3, and 9. These special numbers, if the long hand, the hand for minutes. The long hand is the hand of minutes. The long hand is the hand of minutes again, to remember it, while the short hand 4 hours. Now we are concerned about the long hand. If the long hand points to 12, it means clock. If the long hand points to 6, it means half past. If the long hand points to 3, it means quarter past. If it points to 9, it means quarter to. Pay attention. Now we are speaking about analog clock. The analog clock that has 12 numbers. Analog clock has 4 main directions or 4 special numbers, which are 12, 6, 3, and 9. We have to know very well, if the long hand points to 12, it means o'clock. If the long hand for minutes points to 6, it means half past. If it points to 3, it means quarter past. If it points to 9, it means quarter to. Let's solve these examples to make sure. First, we have a note that if we write the clock in analog form, we write the minutes first. In analog form, we write the minute in the first. So, what is the hand that reads the minutes? Long hand or short hand? The long hand. It's long, so it reads it reads minutes. The long hand reads the minutes. Now, let's revise together the 4 main directions of the clock. The 4 main directions for the analog clock. If it points to 12 o'clock, if it points to 6, half past. If it points to 3, quarter past. If it points to 9, quarter to. Now look at the long hand. Here we had said that in analog clock we write the minute in the first. Here the long hand points to 6. Let's tell them together. Let's tell the 4 main directions together. O'clock, half past, quarter past, quarter to. Here it will be o'clock. If it points to 6, half past. If it points to 3, quarter past. If it points to 9, quarter to. Now the long hand points to 6, so it will be half past. It will be half past. Half past what? Look at the short hand. The short hand is between 6 and 7. Will we write 6 or 7? Of course, we will choose a small number because it hadn't reached 7 yet. So it will be half past 6. Again, the long hand, 4 minutes. It points to half past. So we had write half past. The short hand points between 6 and 7. We will choose the small number 4 hours. So it will be half past 6. Let's move to the next one. The 4 main direction. O'clock, half past, quarter past, quarter to. O'clock, half past, quarter past, quarter to. Now, let's look at the long hand. We write the minutes first. So the long hand points to what? O'clock, half past, quarter past. So we will write quarter past. Look at the short hand. The short hand points to 3. The short hand tells me the exact number. The exact number, so it will be quarter past 3. Again, we read the minutes, then the hours. We read the minutes, then the hours. The minutes is the long hand. The long hand means points to 3. It means quarter past. So we will write quarter past. Why the short hand points to 3? The short hand, it's easy. It tells me the exact number. So it will be quarter past 3. Let's move to the third one. Again, the short hand or the long hand? The long hand first in analog. In analog, the long hand first, 4 minutes. Here we have o'clock, half past, quarter past, quarter to. It points to 9, so it will be quarter to. Quarter to what? Look at the small hand for hours. It tells me the exact number. So it will be quarter to 6. It will be quarter to 6. Again, we write the minutes first, then the hours. The long hand for minutes. O'clock, half past, quarter past, quarter to. If it points at 9, so it will be quarter to. The shorthand for hours, it tells me the exact number. It points to 6, so I will write 6. The last one. Here we will look first at what? The shorthand or long hand? The long hand. The minutes first. The long hand for minutes. So it points to 6. Here we have o'clock, half past, quarter past, quarter to. If it points to 6, so it will be half past. Half past what? Look at the shorthand for hours. Oh, it's between 3 and 4. Will I will write 3 or 4? Of course, I will write the small number because it didn't reach 4. So I will take 3. It will be half past 3. Now, we had finished the analog clock. The analog clock with the 4 main directions. Let's revise them together. This is analog clock or digital? This is the analog clock. If it has 4 main directions. If it points to, the long hand points to 12, it means o'clock. If it points to 6, it means half past. If it points to 3, it means quarter past. If it points to 9, it means quarter to. Again, we have 4 special numbers in analog clock. We have 4 special numbers in analog clock. The 4 special numbers are 12, 3, 6, and 9. As written here, if it points to 12, it will be o'clock. If the long hand for minutes points to 6, it will be half past. The long hand points to 3, it will be quarter past. The long hand points to 9, it will be quarter to. Okay, let's complete. Now we have finished the analog clock. Now we will take the digital clock. We had said that the digital clock has 2 numbers or has 2 parts and column in between. The first part for hours while the second part for minutes. Again, we are now in digital clock. In digital clock, if we are saying digital clock, it means numbers. It has 2 parts. The first part is the hour part, while the second part for minutes part. H stands for hour, while M stands for minutes. Let's remember together that 1 day equals 24 hours, 1 hour equals 60 minutes, while 1 minute equals 60 seconds. Let's see together. The digital clock has another invisible numbers to tell us about minutes. Again, the digital clock has another invisible numbers that tell us about minutes. Here, let's write together. In the part of hours, we had said before that the shorthand for hours, it tells me the exact number. Again, the shorthand for hours, it tells me the exact number. Here the shorthand points to 4. So here in the part of hours, I will write 4. No problem here. In the part of minutes, the long hand for minutes. The long hand now points to 3. Will I will write 3 here? I will write 3 here? Of course, no. We have another invisible numbers for digital clock. If the long hand points to 12, it means 0, 0. If it points to 1, it means 5 minutes had passed. If it points to 2, it means 10 minutes had passed. Do you see that each time we are adding 5 minutes, here at 12, it means o'clock, 0, 0. If we add 5 minutes, it will be 5. If we add 5 more minutes, it will be 10. If we add 5 more minutes, it will be 15, and so on. Till we reach 0, 0 again. But now we have a song for it. If it points to 12, the long hand, so we will say 0, 0. If it points to 1, let's sing together. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So, each time we are adding 5 minutes. Let's look together. Again. If the long hand for minutes points to 12, it means 0, 0. If it points to 1, it means 5. If it points to 2, it means 10. Again, let's sing the song. We started the song from 1. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. This must be 55. 55, not 50. This is a mistake. This must be 55. After 55, we will reach 0, 0 again. So, again, the shorthand for hours points to 4. The shorthand tells me the exact time. It points to 4. So here I will write 4. The long hand points to 3. I will write 3? No, I will write these invisible numbers. The numbers in the song. If it points to 3, it means I will write this invisible 15. So it will be 4 and 15 minutes. Now we will solve this in digital form. If I say digital form, you have to know it has 2 parts and colon in between. Digital form, it has 2 parts and colon in between. We have to write hours first, then minutes. The shorthand for hours, the long hand for minutes. Here, the shorthand for hours, it tells me the exact number. The shorthand tells me the exact number. So, without thinking, I will write 3 in the part of hours because the shorthand points to 3. But here, the long hand have another invisible numbers. It points to 12. It means 0, 0, the invisible number. Let's return back to see these invisible numbers again. If the long hand points to 12, we will write 0, 0. So, again, we have to write the hours first, then the minutes. The shorthand for hours. It tells me the exact number, so it will be 3. Simply, I will write 3. Here, the long hand points to 12, so I will write 12? No, I will not write 12. I will write 0, 0, the invisible 0, 0. The next one, here we have the shorthand and the long hand. The shorthand 4 hours. The shorthand points to what? It points to 10. So I will write 10. Very simple. The long hand The long hand points to 2. Will I write 2 here? No. I will write the invisible numbers in the song. I will start with 1, 5, 10. So I will write 10. So it will be 10 hours and 10 minutes. The next one, look at the shorthand. The shorthand points to 8. So I will write 8 in the part of hours. The long hand points to 4. Will I write 4? No, I'll not write 4. I will write the invisible numbers 5, 10, 15, 20. So I will write 20 if the long hand of minutes points to 4. So I will write 20. The next one. Who can solve the next one? Raise your hand if you can solve the next one. Or type your name in the chat. Type your name in the chat. Or raise your hand. You can use the chat to type, by the way. Judy? Judy? Judy?
Yes.
Okay, help me to solve this.
A clock 5.
Here we have the long hand and the short hand. We have to write the
5.
Yes, it's between 5 and 6. We will choose a small number, 5. Excellent. The long hand points to which number? 6. I will write 6 here. Judy, I write 6 here?
No.
No. Excellent. So I will write what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
25.
25 again. Again, we are
13. Sorry.
Huh?
13.
13 or 30?
30.
30. 3 and 0. Excellent. Thank you, my dear. The next one, who will help me solve the next one? Talia? Talia? Talia, do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, help me to solve this one. Now we want to solve this clock in digital form. We have 2 parts, hours and minutes. I will write the first hours or minutes?
Minute.
No. We will write hours. Hours, shorthand, 4 hours. Look at the note. Look at this note. Look at this note. Write the hour in the first. So the shorthand 4 hours. So I will write what? The shorthand 4 hours.
Yes.
So I will write what? The shorthand points to which number? 3 or 4? The shorthand 4 hours. It points between 3 and 4. I will write 3 or 4? I will choose the small number. If it points between 2 numbers, I will choose the small number. So I will write 3. The long hand, this long hand that points to 9. In minutes, I write 9. Talia. Can you sing the song with me? Talia. Okay, let's sing the song together. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So if it points to 9, so we will write 45. It will be 3 and 45. Again, Again, my dear students, if we are speaking about digital clock formed from two parts. The first part, 4 hours. The first part, 4 hours. The first part, 4 hours. While the second part, 4 minutes. The second part, 4 minutes. To read the hours, look at the shorthand. To read hours, look at the shorthand. If the shorthand points to between 3 and 4, I will write 3, the small number. If the shorthand points between 5 and 6, I will write the small number 5. If the shorthand points between 8 and 9, I'll choose 8, the small number. If the shorthand points to 10, I will write the exact number 10. So the shorthand reads the exact number. I will write it as it is. But the longhand 4 hours, it has another invisible numbers that we had seen before. Here, write or draw something you learned today about telling time to the half hour. We had said that 1 hour equals 60 minutes. Half hour equals 30 minutes. The 4 main directions in the analog clock. Again, we had learned 2 forms of clocks, analog and digital. This is the analog form that has 12 numbers. It has 4 special numbers, which are 12, 6, 3, and 9. If the long hand 4 minutes points to 12, it means a clock. If it points to 6, it means half past. If it points to 3, it means quarter past. If it points to 9, it means quarter to. Let's look at this exercise. If we have half past 4, we want to represent this in the clock. We want to represent half past 4. Half past, it means the long hand will point to what? It points to 6. So we will make a long hand 4 minutes that will point to 6. So we had answered the first part. The second part, 4 hours, half past 4. So I'll make the shorthand points to 4. Let's write it in digital form. The shorthand is points to 4. We write the hours first. In digital, we write the hours first. So I'll see the shorthand points to 4. So I will write 4. While the long hand points to 6, I will not write 6 here. I am having another invisible numbers. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So at 6 it will be 30. It will be 4:30. Here, the next one, quarter past 1. First, I have to think first. Quarter past, it means special number. Here, quarter past means the long hand will point to 3. So I will make the long hand point to 3. The shorthand for hours, it's very simple. Quarter past 1, so I'll make the shorthand points to 1. Now let's write it in digital form. In digital form, we write the hours, the shorthand, then long hand. Shorthand, it will be 1, so I will write 1. The long hand, I will not write 3. I'm having another invisible numbers. I'll start from 1, 5, 10, 15. So here I'll write 15. These are the invisible numbers that we have to study them well. We have to sing the song multiple times to know them well. If the long hand points at 12, it means 0. Here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. This must be 55, not 50. Mistake. So, let's look at the shorthand. Here we want to write in digital form. Digital form means colon in between. Hours, then minutes. Shorthand, then long hand. Here, shorthand points to 4, so I will write 4. The long hand points to which number? 3, but I will not write 3. I will write this invisible number in the song, so I write 50. Write or draw something that you learned today about minute hand. We had learned that the clock has two hands, has long hand and short hand. The long hand 4 minutes. So the minute hand is longer than the hour hand. When we move from a number to another, it means 5 minutes had passed. Let's solve this exercise together. Let's solve this exercise together. The first clock. First, we will write in analog form. Here we have o'clock. We have half past, quarter past, quarter to. So if we are speaking or the long hand points to 9, it will be quarter to. Quarter to what? Look at the short hand. The short hand is between 4 and 5. So we will choose a small number. So it will be 4. Quarter to 4. Quarter to 5, sorry. Quarter to 5. Again, the long hand points to 9. So it will be quarter to, while the short hand of ours points to 5. So it will be quarter to 5. Let's see the next one. The long hand first. The long hand points to o'clock, half past, quarter past, quarter to. Let's look at the main directions again. Let's look at the main directions again. 12 means o'clock, 6 means half past, 3 means quarter past, 9 means quarter to. Let's return to our exercise. The next one, the long hand points to 3. So it means here o'clock, half past, quarter past. So if the long hand points to 3, so it will be quarter past. Quarter past what? The short hand tell me the exact number. So it will be quarter past 2. So it will be quarter past 2. The third one, the long hand points to 3. So it means quarter past. Quarter past what? Look at this short hand. Quarter past 7. The next one, look at the long hand first. If we are speaking analog, we are look at the long hand. O'clock, half past, quarter past, quarter to. So here it means quarter to. Quarter to what? Look at the short hand. It will be quarter to 1. Who can solve the last one? Raise your hand or type your name in the chat. Who can solve the last one? Yes, Yasin? Yasin?
No.
Can you solve this one?
Yes.
Okay, tell me. The long hand points to 3, so it will be what?
It will be quarter.
Quarter. It means quarter. Quarter. Quarter what?
Quarter.
Excellent. Quarter past what? 3 or 4?
3.
3. Very good. Excellent. I'll clap hands for you. Very good. Excellent. Write one thing that you are proud about learning time. Now we can read the clock anytime. It helps me to organize time. Now we will solve some exercises to make the idea more clearer. Here, complete the analog and the digital form. Now I'm sharing with you the exercise booklet. We will complete now in the analog form. Here, the shorthand, if we are speaking about digital form, we have colon in between. And we write the shorthand for hours, then the long hand. Shorthand for hours, long hand for minute. Shorthand points to 11, so I will write 11. Long hand points to 12. I write 12, no, I'm having another invisible numbers. So I write 0, 0. The next one, the shorthand points to 3. So I will write 3. The shorthand is very simple. I will write the number as it is. The shorthand is very simple. I will write the number as it is. So I will write 3. The long hand points to 12, but I'll not write 12. I'm having another invisible number, 0, 0, because it points to 12. Here, the shorthand points to 7. So I will write 7. The shorthand is very easy. I write the number as it is. The long hand, it points to 12. So again, I write 0, 0. Miral? Miral?
Yes.
Can you solve this, my dear?
Yes.
Okay, tell me. What I write in hours?
I put 9.
Excellent, very good. The second part for minutes?
And 0, 0.
Very good, excellent, my dear. I'll clap hands for you. Very good. Thank you. Who can solve the next one? Talia? Talia?
Yes.
Tell me, my dear, what's the clock? What's the
Miss,
time?
I don't understand. Can you teach again, please?
What's the word that you didn't understand? Okay, my dear, I recap again. I recap.
Okay.
Here we are writing the clock in digital form. In digital form, we have two hands, short hand and long hand. Short hand, I will write the number as it is. Here, the short hand points to 2, so I will write 2. Long hand points to 12. I will not write 12. I am having another number, which is 0, 0. If it points to 12, I will write 0, 0. The next one, Talia, pay attention with me. Pay attention with me, my dear. Here we have the short hand and the long hand. We write the short hand first. Short hand points to what? Points to 8. I will write 8. The long hand points to what? Points to 12. So if it points to 12, I will write 0, 0. One another example. Here, the short hand points to what? It points to 3. So I will write 3 as it is. The long hand points to 12. So I will not write 12. I will write 0, 0. Here we want to complete this clock. We will write the short hand first. Short hand between 3 and 4. I will write the small number. Okay? Talia, pay attention, and all of you pay attention. The short hand first. Short hand is between 3 and 4. So I will write the small number. I will write 3. It's very simple. Short hand between 3 and 4. I will write the small number. I will write 3. But the long hand points to 6. I will not write 6. I have another special numbers in the song. Let's sing together. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. If it points to 6, it will be 30. So I will write 30. The next one, the short hand first. Short hand is between 6 and 7. So I will write what? I will write the small number. I will write 6. The long hand, let's sing the song together. I will not write 6. I have another invisible number. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So if it points to 6, I will write 30. The next one, the short hand, then the long hand. The short hand is between 9 and 10. I will write 10. No, I will write the small number. The short hand between two numbers, 9 and 10. I write the small number. So I write 9. The long hand points to 6. I will write 6. No, I'm having another invisible numbers. Let's sing the song. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So if it points to 6, it will be 30, as the previous one, like the previous one, like the previous one. If the long hand points to 6, it will be 30. The next one, look at the shorthand first. The shorthand is between 2 and 3. So I will write 2. The long hand points to 6. It means 30. Here, the shorthand is between 9 and 11. Between 10 and 11. So I will write the small number 10. The long number, the tall hand points to 6. It means 30. Now we have finished the clock, both analog and digital form. I hope you understood well. I'll share all the material with you, the PowerPoint, the videos, and the model answer for the booklet. You have to study well, and good luck, inshallah. Goodbye.